Welcome back, truth seekers, to the 6th chapter of the Brown Panther's Call, Signs of the Messiah's Second Coming. We're still deep in our epic quest to uncover the divine signs pointing to the return of Jesus, Son of Mary, peace be upon him. Buckle up. This journey's about to get even wilder. We've already covered some serious ground, folks. In our first 5 episodes, we kick things off by asking if today's global chaos, wars, moral decay, natural disasters, is signaling the end times. We dug into the Torah and Gospel, unveiling prophecies about the Messiah's birth, suffering, and triumphant return. Then, we turned to the Qur'an and Sunnah, confirming Jesus' miraculous life, his escape from crucifixion, and his destined return to slay the Dajjal and team up with the Mahdi. Last time, we explored the Quran's cryptic hints about the Dajjal, the false Messiah, and teased a game-changing revelation. Now we're ready to drop that bombshell. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a jaw-dropping revelation. We're about to unveil a heavy-hitting truth that might blow your mind. While some in the Arab and Egyptian communities may have heard whispers of this, published and dissected years ago, it's flown under the radar. Why? Because let's be real, most folks are too caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, distracted by the world's chaos, to pay attention to the signs of the end times. But today, we're cutting through the noise to bring you a truth that's been hiding in plain sight. What we're about to unpack could shake the American and Western audience to the core. Yes, even Muslims among you. This isn't just another history lesson. It's a truth bomb that'll challenge everything you thought you knew. Today, we're clearing the name of Prophet Aaron, peace be upon him, from the false charge of crafting the golden calf for the children of Israel. And that's not all. We're diving deep into the real meaning of Semitism, exposing the Zionist narrative around it, and revealing what they're really getting at with the whole anti-Semitism angle. Buckle up, because this is going to hit hard. Alright, truth seekers, here's a quick heads up. If you haven't watched the first 5 episodes, or if you just breeze through them, do yourself a favor and go back. Watch them carefully, soak it all in, because this episode is a deep dive, and you'll want to be ready. The Holy Quran, it's a straight-up miracle, no question. Its language is flawless, its eloquence so profound that no human, jinn, or angel could ever match it. It dropped cosmic scientific truths 13 centuries before modern scientists caught up. And then there's the hidden divine knowledge, stuff no one knew until the Quran revealed it. The Quran name drops all kinds of figures, from the side of good to the forces of evil. If you pay close attention, every character in the Quran has a story that's like a landmark in history. Think of the prophets God mentions, or figures like Zul-Qarnain, Al-Khidir, peace be upon him, or Moses' mother, peace be upon them. Even on the dark side, you've got Iblis, Satan, Nimrod, Pharaoh, and others. Too many to list here. But here's where it gets wild. There's one character who pops up in the Quran out of nowhere. No intro, no follow-up. We're talking about Surah Taha, a chapter that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, spoke about with such depth and awe that it's clear this surah is hiding some serious secrets. It's begging us to dig in and reflect. Before we get to this mysterious figure who appears and vanishes like a ghost, let me first share what the Prophet said about Surah Taha. Trust me, it'll show why this chapter is a big deal. And then we'll zero in on that enigma of a character. Let's dive into something profound, truth seekers. Abu Umama, may Allah be pleased with him, narrated that Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, said, "The greatest name of Allah, or God, when called upon he answers, is found in 3 surahs, Al-Baqarah, Al-Imran, and Taha." A scholar named Al-Qasim searched for it and pointed to this verse in Surah Taha, "And all faces will bow to the ever-living, the Sustainer." Taha 111. This comes from Ibn Majah and Al-Tabarani's Al-Mujam al-Awsat. Then we've got another gem from Abu Yala, narrated by Muwakil ibn Yasser, may Allah be pleased with him. The Prophet said, "Live by the Qur'an. Follow what it permits, steer clear of what it forbids, and let it guide you." Don't reject any part of it. If something's unclear, turn to Allah or God and the learned scholars after me for answers. Believe in the Torah, the Gospel, the Psalms, and all that the prophets received from their Lord. Let the Quran be enough for you. It's crystal clear. It's an intercessor that'll plead for you, a truthful advocate that's always right. I was given Surah Al-Baqarah from the first revelation, Taha, the Tasin chapters, and the Hamim chapters from the tablets of Moses. I was given the opening chapter, Al-Fatiha, or the Quran opener, and the closing verses of Al-Baqarah from beneath Allah's throne, and the shorter chapters as a bonus. This is recorded by Ibn Hajar in Al-Matalib Aliyah. Here's the takeaway. Surah Taha is a treasure chest, packed with divine secrets and tied to the tablets of Moses and Allah, or God's greatest name. And that second saying, it's a call to every Muslim, and honestly, anyone with a curious mind, to dig into all the heavenly scriptures. But here's the key. The Quran leads the way, sealing and guiding the truth. Surah Taha opens with a tender moment, truth seekers. Allah, or God, reassures Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, that he didn't send him or reveal the Quran to make him suffer. This opening sets the stage for the Prophet's mission, to deliver the message loud and clear. After that, it's up to humanity to choose. Follow the one true Allah or God, or turn away. The Prophet's not to blame if some reject or deny the truth. The surah wraps up with a powerful finale, like the ultimate mic drop. It shows the Prophet fulfilled his duty, delivering every bit of guidance and proof he was sent with. It highlights Allah's mercy on Adam after his mistake, and how humans, Adam's descendants, are left to pick between right and wrong after being reminded and warned. It's almost like a sequel to the story of Adam in the divine assembly, with the disobedient heading to the fire. The opening and closing of the surah vibe perfectly together, tying into the story of Moses and the surah's overall flow. Between its start and finish, Surah Taha lays out the story of Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, in vivid detail. From the start of his mission to the moment the children of Israel worshiped the golden calf after leaving Egypt. It zooms in on key moments. Moses' intimate conversation with Allah, or God, his bold debates with Pharaoh, and the epic showdown with the sorcerers. Through it all, we see Allah's care for Moses, whom he shaped with love and chose for himself, saying to him and his brother Aaron, "Do not fear, for I am with you. I hear and I see." Taha 46. Now, truth seekers, we hit a major moment, the story of Prophet Moses, peace be upon him, and the exodus of the children of Israel from Egypt. Surah Taha, from verse 9 to 99, lays out Moses' entire journey from his birth to the infamous incident of the golden calf. And from verses 85 to 99, Allah or God spells out exactly what went down with that calf in gripping detail. Here's the bombshell. This is where we uncover a truth deliberately hidden in the Old Testament, in the Torah. It was twisted, covered up, and pinned on Prophet Aaron, peace be upon him, by someone with an agenda. We'll reveal who's behind this shady move later, so stay tuned. But first, let's break down the verses about the golden calf word for word to see what the Qur'an really says. Then, we'll dive in, unpack it, and analyze the truth behind this game-changing story. Allah said, "But indeed, we have tried your people after you departed. Al-Samri has led them astray." So Moses returned to his people, angry and grieved. He said, "O my people, did your Lord not make you a good promise? Then, was the time of its fulfillment too long for you? Or did you wish that wrath from your Lord descend upon you, so you broke your promise of obedience to me?" They said, "We did not break our promise to you by our will, but we were made to carry burdens from the ornaments of the people of Pharaoh. So we threw them into the fire, and thus did Al-Samri throw. And he extracted for them the statue of a calf, which had a lowing sound. And they said, 'This is your God and the God of Moses,' but he forgot. Did they not see that it could not return to them any speech, response, and that it did not possess for them any harm or benefit? And Aaron had already told them before the return of Moses, "O my people, you are only being tested by it, and indeed your Lord is the most merciful, so follow me and obey my order." They said, "We will never cease being devoted to it, the calf, until Moses returns to us." O Aaron, what prevented you when you saw them going astray from following me? Then have you disobeyed my order? Aaron said, "O son of my mother, do not seize me by my beard or by my head. Indeed, I feared that you would say, 'You caused division among the children of Israel, and you did not observe or await my word.'" Moses said, "And what is your case, O Samiri?" He said, "I saw what they did not see, so I took a handful of dust from the track of the messenger and threw it, and thus did my soul entice me." Moses said, "Then go, and indeed it is decreed for you in this life to say, 'No contact,' and indeed you have an appointment in the hereafter you will not fail to keep. And look at your God to which you remained devoted. We will surely burn it and blow it, its ashes, into the sea with a blast. Your God is only Allah, except for whom there is no deity. He has encompassed all things in knowledge. Thus, O Muhammad, we relate to you from the news of what has preceded, and we have certainly given you from us a message, the Qur'an." Truth seekers, the verses about the golden calf might be a bit long, but trust me, going through them word for word is crucial to uncovering the full truth, by the will of Allah or God. Now let's break down some jaw-dropping facts from these verses. First, the mastermind behind the golden calf, the one who sparked this massive deception and chaos among the children of Israel, while Moses, peace be upon him, was away. It wasn't Prophet Aaron, peace be upon him, who was falsely accused, just like many prophets before him. No, the real culprit was a man named Samiri, or Al-Samri. His sudden appearance in the Qur'an's story of the children of Israel is a shock, especially since their saga with Moses takes up roughly a third of the Qur'an's narratives. This guy, Samiri, caused a colossal scandal, leading to a horrifying punishment where the disobedient had to kill each other in a brutal scene. So who is this Al-Samri, popping up out of nowhere? Second, Moses, peace be upon him, received multiple tablets from Allah, not just two as some claim, or as the Jewish tradition says. Third, in line with the Torah, Moses threw down the tablets in a fit of rage, chewing out the children of Israel for their actions. They tried to justify it, saying they wanted to get rid of the gold they'd tricked out of the Egyptians. So they handed it to Al-Samri to burn and melt, and he produced the calf. Fourth, Aaron, peace be upon him, didn't just sit back. He pushed hard to stop them, begging them to return to the path of Allah or God. But as usual, they were stubborn and kept rebelling. Aaron didn't give in to their pressure or make the calf. How could a prophet craft an idol against Allah? He's completely innocent of this awful act. Fifth, Moses, peace be upon him, was so furious that he lost control, hurling the sacred tablets in shock at the blasphemous, devilish behavior he witnessed. He even lashed out at his older brother, Prophet Aaron, with harsh words and actions, until Aaron pleaded with him, swearing by their mother to soften his heart, saying, "O son of my mother, don't grab my beard." Aaron explained he didn't want to cause a split among the people. Sixth, in the heat of this righteous anger for Allah or God and the truth, you'd expect Moses, peace be upon him, to tear into the guy who started it all, Al-Samri, the one who crafted the calf and deceived everyone with his trickery. But here's the wild part. Moses spoke to him with surprising gentleness, asking, "What's your deal, Samri? Why so soft when Al-Samri's the main criminal behind this chaos? There's got to be a reason, a secret we're missing." Seventh, Al-Samri's response? Pure arrogance. He bragged that he saw something no one else did, claiming he grabbed a handful of the trace of the messenger and tossed it into the molten gold to make the calf. He capped it off by saying, "That's just what my soul desired," like he's untouchable, doing whatever he wants. This raises big questions. What's this trace of the messenger only Samri saw? Who's this messenger? Eighth, the calf wasn't just a statue. It had a body that moved, a sound only a living flesh and blood creature could make. How's that possible when it's made of pure gold? Did the trace of the messenger somehow turn this lifeless metal into a living thing, mooing naturally and amplifying the deception? Once Samri's trick wore off, the calf went back to being a lifeless object. It seems this trace only gives temporary life and energy, depending on how much is used. Ninth, here's the kicker. After Al-Samri's bold speech, Moses, peace be upon him, didn't punish him. He just said, "Go." That's it. No judgment, no consequences. Does that make sense for a prophet who upholds justice and Allah or God's law? Then Moses added, "In this life you'll say no touching, and you have an appointment you won't miss." What does no touching mean? It's like Allah or God gave Al-Samri a special privilege. No one can get close to him unless he allows it, saying, "No touching," or "no messas" in Arabic language. Be careful, seekers of truth. This word messas has a deep meaning. We will know it later. So those he lets in are his chosen ones, his inner circle. And this appointment he won't miss? It's not about Judgment Day. It's a specific moment in his free, untouchable life where he controls who gets close. What's that all about? Now, truth seekers, after everything we've laid out, don't these findings demand a hard pause? Especially when we realize the trace of the messenger refers to the footprints of the angel Gabriel, peace be upon him, left on the earth when the sea was parted. Think about it. Who could see angels, something only prophets can do, let alone spot their footprints in the dirt? Who could know the power of this radiant, spiritual substance, capable of breathing life into the lifeless? This isn't just anyone. This is someone extraordinary, someone who was blessed with countless signs and favors from Allah or God, but turned his back on them. Someone with a long, dark history, warned about by every prophet, starting with Noah, peace be upon him. These aren't just theories. They're cold, hard facts, and they lead us to one crystal clear conclusion. This Samri, or Al-Samri, is none other than the false Messiah, the Dajjal. There's no doubt about it. In our next episode, we'll dive deeper into this bombshell, locking down every detail, shutting the door on any skepticism, and leaving no stone unturned. Plus, we'll expose the true meaning of Semitism, unpack the Zionist propaganda around it, and reveal what they're really pushing with the anti-Semitism narrative. And now, truth seekers, after dropping this mind-blowing revelation about Al-Samri and the false Messiah, the Dajjal, doesn't this call for a moment to stop and reflect? We've embarked on a quest to decode the signs of the Messiah's return, peace be upon him, and each episode brings us closer to the truth. Don't let this discovery end here. Hit that subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you never miss an episode, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think Samri really is? Share this video with your friends, and follow us on social media for even more jaw-dropping secrets. Together, we'll keep uncovering the truth. Catch you in the next episode, where we'll dive even deeper into this mystery.